Alright, let me just go ahead and get this out of the way from the start. I'm wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt, I'm aware. I try my best not to wear shirts of bands that I don't listen to, but like I really liked the sleeves on this one. And I don't know if I know any Led Zeppelin songs. I don't think I'm aware of any. So I'm sorry guys. I try not to be a poser, but I kind of feel like one of the shirt, but at the same time it's like really cute. So I'm just gonna keep on wearing it. What's up guys, it's Kelly, and today I have a swatch and review video for you. So I'm going to be doing a live swatching of a brand I've never used before, and I'm pretty excited about it, and that is Graftobian. So if that name sounds familiar to you, it's probably because you know them as a special effects makeup brand. They do a lot of SFX makeup products and stuff like that, and I recently found out that they have a whole line of nail polishes, and I got the whole line of nail polishes, so I thought it would be pretty cool to do just a swatch video for you guys so you could see all of the polishes. I literally did all of them. I think there's 20 or 21 or 22 maybe. I don't know, there's a lot of polishes, so I'm just gonna like speed through the whole thing and show you guys all of the different polishes that they have. Figured that would be fun. I like to do these like swatch videos for you guys. A lot of you guys say they're like really calming, and a lot of you guys say that it helps you make buying decisions. So whichever it is for you, that's cool. So let's get into it. So I did use their base coat in all of these swatches, but I didn't use the top coat, mostly because the polishes just looked nice and shiny on their own. But if you are wearing a polish for longevity, I would say, is that a word? Longevity? Yeah, that's a word. If you are wearing a polish for longevity, I would say, that sounds so weird in my mouth. If you want to wear a polish for more than a day, I would highly suggest using top coat. So just throwing that out there. I will put a link to their shop in the description, and I'm just gonna have the names of the polish on the screen. So if you're interested in any, then write them down. So before we get started with the swatches, I'm just going to show you guys the Graftobian base coat. This is a primer base coat, so it's really nice because it has like a little bit of a whitish tint to it, so it sort of evens out the color of your nails, which is really nice, and I'm going to just use this underneath all of the swatches that I'm going to be showing you guys in this video. So let's get started. Alright, so let's start off with the first polish. This is Sweet Cream. It's a very sheer, light beige color. It's got some seriously peachy undertones, and this one actually matches my skin tone really well. The first coat, I wasn't that impressed with. I felt like it ended up applying a tiny bit streaky, but I feel like sheer polishes tend to do that anyway. On the second coat, I ended up liking it a lot better. I just feel like it's a nice, basic, neutral beige color to have, and I don't know, I really like it. I feel like I should also mention, I'm going to be showing you guys all of their creams first, and then I'm going to show you their shimmers. So this is the first of the creams. Let's move on to the next one. I feel like I love judging a brand by its black and white nail polishes. I feel like those are the most basic ones to have, and they're really important to get right. So I wanted to try their black and white, and I'm starting off with their white polish. This one is called White Night, and when I first started applying it, I was not really impressed. I feel like I'm a little bit spoiled with white nail polishes right now because I only use one coaters, and this one was definitely not a one coater. It sort of reminds me of SE Marshmallow in that it is a really nice white polish, but it sort of has that jelly-like base where it's not full coverage in the first coat, and it's not something you can really use for nail art. I do think this would have a really nice use for French tips, or if you just want to have like a nice soft white polish that's like a little bit more natural and doesn't really look like you're using whiteout, but I wouldn't use this in nail art, so I wasn't entirely impressed with this one. Next up we have Pebble, and I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time describing this polish because it's sort of like a gray color, but it has purple undertones in it, so it's like a grayish purple. That's what I'm gonna call it, but you guys can see what it is on screen. This is pretty color accurate, and oh man. So the first couple of colors, I was like, not sure how I feel about this brand. Should I even be doing this review? But after I applied this, I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. This is a one coater, and it's a light polish, and I was obsessed with this color. I think it's beautiful. I could wear it anytime. Next up is Antique Violet, and this is another sort of grayed out purple. This is a darker version of the one I just showed you guys, but this one actually applied a little bit darker on the nail in my opinion than it looks in the bottle. I feel like in the bottle it has more of that like grayed out, sort of washed out tone to it, and on the nail I thought it actually looked really nice. It almost had like a little bit of a brownish undertone, like the color of Hershey bars. You know, not like the actual bar, but like the wrapper. That's what this looks like to me, and I kind of love it. Alright, moving on. Next we have Rosewood, and I feel like it's actually pretty interesting that a lot of the colors in the Graftobian nail polish line remind me a lot of special effects makeup things. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're in like the bruises section right now. This one is sort of like a brick red color, and it really has these like pinky sort of undertones to it. This was another really nice one coater. It has very smooth, even coverage, and oh, I forgot to mention, they have the really nice wide flat brushes that I love. So at this point I was like, oh, okay, so this is gonna be a good brand of nail polish. I didn't trust it with the first two colors, but now I get it. All right, moving on to the next color, Cinnamon Mocha, and I feel like that is a very accurate description of this color. It is a sort of brownish color that has a really nice brick red undertone. I don't know if it's brown with a brick red undertone or brick red with a brown undertone, but either way, I really do like the way that this one turned out too. It almost appeared like it would have a jelly formula, making it like not totally opaque in the first coat, but I did find that it was fully opaque in the first coat. It evened out really nicely, and I really like it. And tell me this isn't the color of like a bruise special effects makeup thing, am I right? I feel like we're in the bruise section right now. Next up we have De Maria. This is a very bright orange color, and when you look at it in the bottle you can tell that this is going to be a little bit on the sheer side, so it's definitely got that jelly finish. For those of you guys who don't know, when I say jelly finish, I literally mean it's similar to like jelly. It's like very pigmented, but it is not full coverage, so you have to go in with a couple of coats, and that's exactly what I had to do here. The first coat though was not streaky, which I really liked. Unlike that first one, Sweet Cream, that I showed you guys, this one did not show any of the streaks at all, so if you actually did want a sheer wash of color on your nails, you could use this one, and it's really bright and it's really fun. Alright, next we have Vintage Blue, and this is, I feel like the color descriptions are very close to the color names. Like, this does look like a vintage blue to me. So it's almost like a very soft sky blue, but with, again, that like nice gray undertone to it. Again, this one has that jelly sort of finish where it's not fully opaque on the first coat, but you can really see the color that it's going to be. This one wasn't streaky at all. I loved how self-leveling this one was, where I could just go and I didn't have to like keep on fixing my strokes or anything. It was just applying beautifully. And even though this wasn't a one coater, I ended up really loving it. I would totally wear this in the spring and in the winter. Alright, next up we have one of my favorites in the collection. This is Envy, and it is a green nail polish, and it almost has like a little bit of a bluish hue to it, and that's my favorite type of green polish. Well, actually I shouldn't say that, because I really love a lot of green polishes. I especially love this one. When I was first applying it, I was like, okay, this is my favorite one in the collection for sure, because it is just an absolutely gorgeous color. I love the way it applied, and it's just a really beautiful color. I'm glad it didn't stain my nails at all when I was applying it. I really like this one. Okay, but when I moved on to this next color, which is called Majestic, I was like, okay, this one's gonna be my favorite, because this is an absolutely stunning purple color. You guys know that I'm going through my purple phase right now. This is like a very, very warm toned vampy purple. Like, this is a fall color to me. This is like every single color that I wear in the fall looks like this color. It's just like a super vampy, dark reddish toned purple, and I totally love it. When I was applying it, I was like, one coat is good. Seeing it on camera now, I'm thinking I should have gone with a second coat, but in person it looked fully opaque with one coat, so I think it's probably just because I have my lights like shining down on this and you can just see the color of my nail underneath. So alright, next up we have Spicy Coral, which is the first of 3 reddish toned polishes. This one was the most orangey of the bunch. This was the lightest red, and it was like a very beautiful, bright cherry red. It almost had like a little bit of an orangey tone to it, and this one is gorgeous. It's a one coater. I absolutely love one coater reds, because I feel like when you start to apply too many coats, you're just gonna end up flooding your cuticles and everything's gonna get stained red and it's gonna be awful. But I loved this one. It's almost like neon red, if there is such a thing as neon red. I'm not even 100% sure, but I love this one. The second red of the bunch is a slightly darker red called Libyan Red, and this one I really liked in the bottle. When I first started applying it, I really liked it on the nail, but I noticed that it wasn't fully opaque in the first coat, so I did end up doing a second coat. It sort of has that almost jelly-like feel to it. I feel like a lot of the polishes did end up having that sort of feel to it. I really do like the color. It looks similar on camera, I would say, but this one doesn't really have as much of that orange undertone. It's really just more of like a classic red shade. And finally, we have the darkest shade of red, which is called Vamp. Now, I'm not sure that this one's dark enough to be called Vamp, but I guess it's called that because this is like a blood red. That's the best way I can describe it. Again, not fully opaque in the first coat, but a really beautiful color. It looks similar on camera again, but this one was actually significantly darker, I would say, to the last red that I showed you guys. It's almost opaque in the first coat, but I did end up throwing on a second coat because I wanted to see that 100% full coverage, and I really ended up liking this color. I feel like this is a fall red too. And this is just their entire collection of nail polishes, but I like to assign seasons to polishes, even though I don't wear them during that season. Like, I don't know why I do it. And finally, we have Darkside. This is the last cream in the collection. The rest are shimmers. This is their black nail polish, and again, I tried their white. It was the second polish I tried. I always film them in the order that I try them, obviously, and then I show you guys in the order that I tried them because I want to tell you my train of thought. But I didn't have high hopes for this one, to be honest, because I was judging their white hardcore, and I ended up loving this. Oh my gosh, it's like a super opaque, inky black, self-leveling, beautiful. Oh man, I'm gonna add this to my list of favorite blacks because this one is super nice. Alright, let's get started with the shimmers. This one is called Duochrome. It is a silver base, but it has a really intense blue shimmer in it that has a duochrome shift to a purpley shimmer. And wow, I am obsessed with this one. It's absolutely beautiful. You can see a little bit of the brush stroke that's going on, but it is a one coater, so you just have to apply it a little bit carefully, and I loved the blue shimmer in here. At first I was like, I don't know why it's called duochrome, but then I can see that shift from blue to purple in that shimmer, and I feel like that's a really unique thing. You never see a polish that's like one color but has a duochrome shimmer in it, so I really love this one. Next up is Siren Song, and this is a really intense royal blue shimmer, and I don't even know what to say about this one because I guess it's a fairly basic color, but I don't have anything like it, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I feel like this is a gorgeous color. I would honestly wear it any time of year just because I really love blue polish, probably like one of my favorites outside of gray and purple nail polish. This one, it like almost looks like a winter night sky, if that makes any sense, because I feel like winter is sometimes a little cloudy, but I don't know, I love it. This is a winter color. I'm obsessed with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It applied really easily. Again, you can sort of see the brush stroke, but if you just apply it carefully, it's fully opaque in one coat. So alright, up next we have Velvet Lounge. I feel like I should have warned you guys that I was gonna gush about these shimmers because I'm obsessed with these shimmers. Oh my god, they're amazing. This one was fully opaque in one coat. It's like a very dark blackened red color, and it's got this really intense red shimmer. It actually looks exactly like velvet, but like the shimmer was so intense you can't see any brush strokes at all. It was so easy, like I didn't even have to like clean it up or anything, and it was just like so smooth and easy to apply. Ugh, I love it so much. Alright, moving on to Copper Sands, and this is a very bright copper metallic polish. This one's actually super beautiful. I feel like I really don't own any copper sort of metallic nail polishes. This might be my first one. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Wow, I really love this one. It applied similarly to most of the other shimmers. You could just see the brush strokes, but you just have to apply it fairly carefully, and then it's just a beautiful color, and I don't know, I really like it. I love the metallic-y shimmers in this collection. They're gorgeous. Alright, next up we have Silver Rose. At first, I did not understand why they called this Silver Rose because it is not silver. Now I get it, now that I'm saying it, because it's got silver shimmer in it and a rose base. I get it now. But wow, again, this color I'm obsessed with. You can't see the brush strokes. It applies perfectly. I feel like the shimmer in it is a little bit bigger. The light catches like the individual little pieces of silver shimmer, and oh my god, I love this one. I feel like that's all I'm saying right now is that I'm obsessed, but it's true. I'm obsessed with these. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Okay guys, we are in the home stretch, so if you've made it this far, you're awesome. Right now we are going with Argent Moon. I'm not really sure what that is, but I feel like I'm gonna look it up after I'm done recording this. This is their what am I saying? Silver. This is their silver metallic polish, and holy wow, this one is like this one's my favorite. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Did you see how easily it applied? I feel like that took me like 2 seconds, and it looks absolutely perfect. This is officially my favorite silver nail polish of all time. This is beautiful. Okay, and last but not least, we have Liquid Gold, which, as you may have guessed, is a gold shimmery metallic polish. I feel like I went from like one end of the spectrum of being like, not really sure how I feel about this brand, to like, wow, I'm obsessed with this, because again, this one, wow, is amazing. I like want to use these metallics for stamping. I want to use them all the time. I just want to wear them all the time. This is perfect. This is gorgeous. This is my new favorite gold nail polish, obviously, because it applied perfectly. I'm obsessed with all of these metallics. They are gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna stop ranting now. Well, probably gonna rant in the outro. We'll find out. All right, so overall, I think it is a really good brand of nail polish. I can't say anything about how long it wears because I have not worn any of them for an extended period of time. When I first started applying them, I was like, not sure how I felt about them, but a lot of them are one coaters and a lot of them apply really nicely, and I love using one coaters, especially if it's like a really light one coater. I think that to me is like, oh, total win. And I was really impressed with like the shimmer foily sort of ones. I think those ones were my favorites, and like I said, I just feel like honestly, I think that their creams are really nice just for like everyday colors, but their shimmers like totally knocked it out of the park for me. I'm absolutely obsessed with them. I can't wait to start wearing them. If you guys want me to do nail art with any of them, let me know in the comments below and I can totally do that. I also have some glitters from Graftobian, so I was thinking of maybe using them in a makeup look or even a nail art look or a matching makeup and nail art look. So let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like these swatch and review videos. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. It's super easy to subscribe. You just click the button that says subscribe. And if you guys want to actually be notified when you get my videos, for whatever reason being subscribed just isn't enough anymore, then you can click the little notification bell, and yeah, that's it. And I don't know, should I put my social media right here so you guys can follow me on other social medias? I usually use just Twitter as just a random train of thought type of thing, and Instagram, I post pictures on there. Alright, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! I don't know, do you guys want to see me try special effects too? I feel like I could totally get into it, you know what I mean? But like I need a black background, because that's what everyone does. I'll give you guys a fun fact that's related to this shirt, because I already told you guys that I'm being a poser today, and